From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher. Their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher. Our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Skripchuk. And our Batman, the master of tools, gadgets, and all things mechanical, our mild-mannered soon-to-be billionaire, Alan Danvers. Their mission, to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them, and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training Podcast. I'm going to be one of the hosts for this episode. My name is Bill. Who else is hosting?
I'm Vicki.
I'm Jennifer.
I'll be Alan.
Wow.
Alan's here. We got the whole crew. It's been a while. It has been a long while.
And Bill is deaf from Vicky's greeting for Alan. But hey, it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't gotten to say that in a long time. Why are we here?
Well,
What did we do? What did we do?
I don't know.
We did
Playing
a thing.
around in the garage.
Yeah,
Took a little trip, had a little fun.
did.
Got wet. Had some shenanigans, mishaps. The usual things.
We did an oil change. We did fix things, right?
We did an oil change at the track. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Mhm. Indeed.
Anybody going to be a little more, a little less vague, or
We did a track day
we
at
did?
the
Yeah.
New York safety track.
We
Yes, we did.
We did. We got an invitation from former guest Ian Korf and his brother Mario Korf.
What? Awesome.
And, they were silly enough to say, "Hey, we're going to do a track day. You guys want to come?" And we said, "Why, yes, we do."
Mhm.
So we got to go to a new track. What did you guys think of the track?
Well, it's a motorcycle track, so they tend to be small and curvy,
And it was
and it was small and curvy, but it was a nice track.
and lumpy.
It was lumpy.
This could have
But-
been the lumpiest track we've ever raced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lumpy hillways, not lumpy bumps.
Yeah. But it was nice. It was fun. It was very technical.
Mhm. The track itself was very technical.
Yeah. So it was good.
Alan, what's your thinking?
It was nice. There was one straight. We had to turn left, turn right, and there was some left and rights in between there. And it was good. We I don't think only some of us turned right to go left or left to go right, but that's a story for another day. But no, I think it was super fun. Definitely a little tighter track than what we're used to. We couldn't fit quite the number of knuckleheads we're used to with us.
That would be true.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice the way they staggered it and staged it out. I think I definitely had fun. I mean, the pits weren't the best pits that you could have, but it was certainly, we had nice flat gravel to unload on, and
A little small. I mean, there's definitely not going to be a lemons race there.
right, yeah. But again, it wasn't, like there was, you probably could have fit 2 or 3 more car trailers in there if you really needed to.
Mhm.
So at least there weren't too many, or even we could have backed up out the road or whatever. But no, it was super fun.
I enjoyed the track quite a bit. I'm going back.
I like that they didn't have a lot of people out on the track at
That's
any
true.
given time. And I guess it being a smaller event space, just can't have that many people there. So
Right.
Mhm.
it was good.
Indeed. Miss Vicki, you and I prepared cars, and for those listening at home, I actually did something this time. So who knew? I know.
Yeah.
What cars did we take? Alan, you were part of this too.
Well, I was there. I didn't.
No, part of prep. You did part of prep. A little bit. Something.
I just
Yeah.
broke things. I didn't fix anything.
No, he
Oh, that's
really.
true.
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to be honest here.
We worked on trying to get your BMW going and primed
Yes.
and prepped.
Yep.
So there was a little bit of loose end stuff that we had to do there, which we did. And this is the new BMW that was meant for upper level racing. A little bit more involved than we needed to. Then I had to come around and do some brake bleeds on the Honda.
How'd that go?
Well, you know what? It went okay.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. It ended. How about it ended up being okay?
Okay. All right. I'll go with it. Ended up
Yeah.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
sitting there doing,
so-
we're doing a
So
brake bleed at
yeah, so what happened is
11:15.
like you started working on a car and then you're right up to repair order and you're like, hey, customer complaint, blah blah blah. Did this? There was like a little merry-go-round. There's a circus that went on, and we had some mimes and stuff. And then at the end, car's okay. And then she said the car's okay.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah. No, I had to change the what are those things? The brake
Brake
bleed.
bleeders. Yeah, one of
Yeah.
them was broken off.
Yeah, and I don't know how new the other ones were, but I kind of figured that I would just keep everything identical. So I just went around and did them all.
Solid.
Yeah. And I kept getting some bubbles, I think just from the race. We were just kind of having some brake stuff. But anyway,
we weren't able to get a really good bleed on the brakes when I was at Gingerman.
right. So we came back and started addressing that. And that's when they told me that one of the brake bleeders was basically stripped. So pulled them all. But I don't know how one did not get tightened properly. But, I loaded it up on the car trailer and it just kind of hit the floor.
Well,
Wait, what hit the floor? The sneaker?
The brake.
brake fluid.
Braked it. I'm like, oh, this is mushy.
So
Well,
And
now
I
wait, the
realized
brake fluid
that-
didn't just hit the floor; it started going up, and then as all those physics problems say, and then
Yeah. So anyway, it was shooting out the back. So I had to quickly run around there and go, oh my God. So
Yeah.
I went and I filled everything back up again after I tightened it and then
It's fine.
cleaned up the mess. It's fine. It's
just bleed a little
fine.
extra
It's
out.
just
It's no big
stupid
deal.
stuff. It was stupid stuff.
Wait a minute.
anyway.
Wait. So we were bleeding these brakes till like 11:15 p.m.,
PM, yeah.
which is way late for
Second shift, gotcha.
second shift.
All right.
And the entire time,
Who's we, by the way? When you say we,
Vicki and I,
okay, the dose of views. All right, love it.
yes, the wheeze, and the entire time we could not get a good pedal. We could get to a decent marshmallow, but not a good brake pedal.
Yeah.
And then the next day,
So the question is, what technique were you using, like for the bleeding?
Oh no, it was a standard.
technique number 4.
No, it was a standard one. I mean, before I did a gravity bleed, and I thought maybe that was an issue that I did, but
Yeah.
Bill was actually in. We were comprehensively.
I was pumping.
Yeah, he was
All right.
pumping. I was pulling.
All right.
So, but we did, and I had to. I kept going like I normally do. Like you taught me, was just go up there and just make sure the brake fluid's in there and
Yep,
it's
just
at a
couple
higher
gentle.
level. And I kept seeing like little bubbles in there, so I just want to make sure I got all of them out as
Gotcha.
much as I could. So they were they were tiny bubbles.
Sometimes the problem you can have is that it's actually coming out from your bleeder to the caliper. So
Mhm.
it's slipping in around, not by your hose, not by anywhere, but it's like if your bleeder's open more than say like a quarter turn,
Yeah.
if there's any wiggle in it, you can actually get air seeping in there.
Yeah.
So that can be what happens sometimes. I'm not saying that's what
Yeah.
happened here. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that can be what happens sometimes.
yeah. But
Tiny bubbles.
that's right. So anyway, it worked out well. And then
The next morning.
But we also had to repair the strapping on the gas tank. Bill had the strappings come in, but the Honda needs a special kind of bolt that kind of fits in. It's like a hang bolt.
Right.
It fits
Yeah,
into
to
a
help-
slot.
Yeah, to help Bill get a strap on. I get you.
Yeah, that's right.
T-bolt.
Yeah,
is-
it's like a
Yeah.
T-bolt that's bent that fits slotted, and we
Yeah,
didn't have
with
that
threads on the end and
hardware.
everything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out like, oh shoot, we don't have this bolt that, but I remember that Alan had just delivered a donor car that isn't the proper donor car. But I took a chance and going over there and see if they had, the same gas tank. And it did. It had the same gas tank set up. So I started taking one off and it didn't go well because it just kind of crumbled from the rust. But the second one, I was really trying to be ginger about it. And I did all the things to try to get it off. And then at that point, I didn't want to wreck it. So I just cut it off with just some snips.
Just cut it out.
Yeah, I took some snips and I just cut the whole thing off, brought it over. It worked. We massaged it. We took care of it. It was pretty rusted and pretty beaten up, but we kind of got some clean threads on it, and got it all set up, and I repaired the gas tank strapping before we left, put new straps on both sides.
How'd you get brand new ones? What?
Yeah, we ordered them.
Rock Auto, baby.
Same
Brand
old.
new?
But anyway, it was pretty much set up. Oh, we put the passenger seat in, we put the the
Harnesses.
buckles back in. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Straps, the harnesses, put the harnesses in for that. And then we just we took it off from there. We just, yeah, that was it. But go ahead with the
happened?
travel and our car trailer. I'm not sure.
So
if you
everything
guys know that.
loaded right on the trailer. Everything went peachy
Not a
keen.
problem.
We got there, arrived.
No,
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 that's
no.
not- that's
It
not-
wasn't that easy.
wasn't-
No, it wasn't that easy.
I wasn't-
Driving down the road. Yeah,
The
driving down the
road.
road, I just noticed that there's this piece of sheet metal that's sticking up off of our car trailer. And I'm like, oh, hey, Bill, I think that repair job that we had done isn't holding, and there's
Nope,
a little piece
nope.
sticking up.
You don't realize I ordered the special feature. It's a convertible.
Yeah. So it was just a small piece. And as he was driving, further along the way, it just kind of took flight and took off on the highway. So we checked it out when we arrived, and there is currently a
Sunroof.
yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's about, I would say probably about a 6-inch by about a foot hole in it. But the nice thing is that I called our local, cargo trailer person, and they're going to do a patch job on it, which is going to be good for it. So they have
Super
special
duper.
adhesive they have a flexible adhesive for it.
So do I.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, weather was decent for the morning.
Mhm.
It was great in the morning.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
a little chilly, but it was good.
What?
Heck yeah. So they had the 8:30 drivers meeting, and then they started the run sessions right at 9. I thought it was super cool that the run sessions went on the hour, because sometimes I have trouble with adding and subtracting. So the fact that it was always the same time each hour, it was very helpful.
You're a math teacher.
I don't, the plussing and minusing is not, it's not,
I like that also.
I don't do that. It was very nice, just because every time you knew, hey, I'm going to get out there. And then they adjusted the schedule like right off the bat. They're like, hey, I'm not even sticking with my schedule. I said before, we're going to 1 because the rain's going to start at 1.
And it
And
did,
then-
like right at
It
one.
did, yeah. I mean, they were anxious too, because I think it was like 9 minutes of, and maybe 8 minutes of, and it started raining. But super awesome plan to push lunch late and then to have lunch for us. Double thumbs up from this guy.
So we went out there. We had the 2019 ND Miata. We had the E46, and we had the Civic. There was something else that we had that was a surprise to some of you, I think.
Driving instructor.
Oh yeah, an instructor.
Indeed,
Mhm.
indeed.
Somebody to drive in the car with Vicki, especially.
Yes,
That's not
yes.
named Bill.
Bill. That's the best thing, because when it's Bill, it's yes. So yeah, it was awesome. I got there first out of the crew, and I happened to be standing around in my shirt, and then some guy's like, "Hey, are you Alan?" And I'm like, "Oh no." He's like, "I'm a friend of Bill," and I was like, "Ooh, I should go with him." And then you guys rolled up, and then I moved my truck, and then I walked up to park the trailers and get us all loaded in there. The cars came off trailers fine, right? No issues there.
Except
awesome.
you didn't use the race ramps, but hey, it's fine.
It's fine. Everybody,
That front end's not required to be on the car. It's
not
good.
all of it. It's
It's good.
adjustable.
It's good. It's good. All right. So we had it set up the morning. We had 4 groups. We had a motorcycle group. We had the experienced people open passing for people who'd been at the track before. We had a point bike group, and we had a I've never been at this track before group, and each group went out for 15-minute sessions. So
Yes.
we split up our team into 2 groups, and we had people go out in all of them. I thought the drivers meeting was actually quite good for this event. They went over some stuff. It was very nice.
I definitely liked some of the just discussions about, not looking at the, where you don't want to go, look where you do want to go. It's more of a motorcycling thing, which is super awesome to hear.
Mhm.
And I thought it was cool that they had enough motorcycles there. So it was one group. I looked like there was 20 motorcycles, didn't it?
Yeah, they don't
one
pick up
group.
No, they're thinner.
Yeah, no. I just thought it was great that they were mixing it in with the cars too, because then it just gets more people on the track.
Mhm.
And then there weren't that many people on the track for us, because I think there was like 5 or 6 cars for our group.
Maybe.
Is that
It
about
depends,
right?
It depends on the group. There were some of the groups were a little bigger, some were a little smaller.
Yeah, but
Depending
the
on
big
which
group was 6 or 7.
I don't know. I don't know how many cars were there, but
It
we'll have
wasn't that
Mary-
many. It wasn't. It didn't seem like it was that crowded. That's all.
Yeah, we'll have Mario on and we'll talk about it when he comes on.
Heck
So-
yeah.
Assuming he's not microphone.
Get the real
shy.
information, because I'm not.
Exactly.
Like I said, I'm not really good with numbers.
Exactly. So, Miss Jen, did you have any goals going into the weekend? I think you had like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I really wanted to drive the Honda, and I did.
Mhm.
And I just kind of wanted to learn the track.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished on both of those, I think.
Yes. Yes.
So I went out as an instructor with you
The
every
first
time except for when Kyle went out with you.
Yep.
So you got to see somebody new. So that was good.
Yep.
And then Alan, did you have any goals going in?
No, not necessarily. Really, just to see the track, and I'd heard about it on the Facebooks. So I'd want to see it in person, and just get some seat time and whatever, and just drive around and have some fun. It was kind of cool to take 2 stints in the 2 stints in the Honda, and then 1 stint in the Miata to do some front wheel drive and then some rear wheel drive.
That's right. Just to make everybody confused. Miss Vicki,
Mhm.
did you have any goals besides getting yourself sick for this event?
Oh. Well, yeah, I think that new goal is never to sit in the past. I don't think I'm going to be a good instructor.
I don't
An
think so.
instructor has to sit in the passenger seat, and I'm just not a passenger seat girl. Oh my God, I've been sick for days. Jennifer and I made a pact that we weren't going to talk each other out of doing that again.
Mhm.
I'm going to remember that moment. But my goals were just learning the track and getting used to the car.
The Honda
Yep. Pretty
Front wheel
much.
drive?
Mhm.
front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive.
All right. Let's see. Who should we start with? Let's start with Miss Jen. Miss Jen, how did your stints go?
They were good. I drove the Miata, well, twice. You drove it once with me in the car, and then I
Got you
the
sick? Yeah.
Honda. Yeah, just a little bit though. I let you know pretty early. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the track was really challenging. So, but the Miata was fun to do it in, because it just does really well with curves. But some of the turns were off camber, which always kind of trips me up a little bit. So yeah, but I really only got to drive the Honda one time. So I kind of wish that it didn't rain and we could have stayed a little longer. But I don't know that it would have been fun in the rain.
It wasn't just the rain that got us out of there. So we'll get into that shortly. Miss Vicki, how many times did you get to drive? You didn't have to drive much, did you?
No, I was pretty sick in the morning.
Yeah.
Which car did you do right seat in?
I did right seat in
A Honda, I think.
Mike's.
No.
No, Mike's VW.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't even one of our cars, right? Okay.
No.
All right, awesome.
No.
So wait, that was another guy that gave us help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need lots of
we
help.
did three.
Me
We
too.
did 3 laps with him.
Man, you had man on man. It wasn't zone coverage at all. You'd like
No.
blink, blink, blink. Wow.
So who's
Nice 2
Mike for
points
the
Bill.
listeners? Who's Mike for the listeners?
I keep forgetting how to pronounce his last name.
Let's go with Mike.
Right, Mike Giordano.
My man, Mike.
Right,
That's
my
my
man,
guy.
Mike. Yeah,
My
and
man, Mike.
he's a very nice gentleman who is also an instructor. He's more of a track day person, more than just an HPDE. I think he's more like track day, and he drives. He drives Miata, or he did drive a Miata, but he has an open wheel, like a little tiny Formula car that he drives on the track, which he did not bring that particular time. And he's also the gentleman that tuned my my turbo on the Miata, the one that I had sold recently.
What?
I know. So he was showing me how the Mega Squirt works on the car and how that is tuned. So he was working on that. So I met him through there. He does a lot of the track days in that region in the Northeast. And one of them, I think the next one is going to be, and I know that he hangs out at Canaan, the Canaan track, which I think is in Massachusetts. Jennifer, is that correct? I
I think
think.
it's Vermont
Yeah.
or
one of those.
Massachusetts. It's
One
up
of
there
those.
somewhere.
Yeah. So anyway, he was there, surprised us both, but he's like, yeah, I'll take you out. And we did 3 laps, and that's all I could do. I know, it was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still,
feel bad.
I'm still having issues.
Are you
Yeah.
related
but-
to that? Yeah, no, it's good.
No, you know
Yeah.
what? I think I might have had a touch of food poisoning because Bill's been queasy and so's Mia. So I
Oh,
think we might have eaten
that's not
something
good either.
too.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, that
So-
motion sickness stuff is bad. No, it's just no
I
good.
don't like
It's
it.
just because then once you get, then you got to like try to collect yourself, and you did great with the cot there. That was super awesome. We used the enclosed trailer for shade, even though it was
Uh-huh.
slightly overcast. It wasn't really direct sun.
Right.
But 2 points for that. And yeah, the cot worked out great, right? You just relax in between. They got
Oh,
you
I
at least
know.
you can get out on track. You got out driving. You weren't done for the day. So that was awesome.
Yeah, guys, I recommend that if you have an open trailer, you're
Enclosed
not-
trailer. Right.
an enclosed trailer, sorry, and you're not set up for it, I highly recommend the collapsible cots. They fold up into like nothing. I tell you, it's awesome.
So back to driving and not everything.
Sleeping.
camping.
Yes.
You got to drive once, I think, for the whole week, a whole day,
Twice, I think.
twice. Okay, because Vicki was out driving in front of Jennifer and I when Jennifer was driving, so
Mhm.
I was able to coach a little bit, not in the car. And
Yep.
How did your stints go?
It went very well. Kyle was in my car with me,
Mhm.
and what I liked about what Kyle did was that Kyle
It wasn't
used
Bill.
His name
no,
wasn't Bill. It was great.
well, that his techniques, he uses hand signals, and that he uses hand signals not in the moment. So, which is great. So it gives me, like I told him, that I said, I'm that student that needs processing time. So if I get the information just before going in and not in the moment, I do much, much, much better. And, we were discussing this about the technique that Kyle was using, that, there's one thing about somebody talking you through something, and there's something about removing the sound of the voice and just watching, out of the corner of your eye, the hand motions. I think that it takes a certain level of stress away from the instructor to student. And I appreciate that a lot.
I totally agree with that. And that he rode with me, and I thought it was great with the hand signals, just as far
Mhm.
as so you kind of knew what he was going to say. You didn't have to hear him. Because
Right.
sometimes with the cars, the noise, this, that, and the other.
Right.
I know it definitely helped me. And then he started right in with it. And I figured out pretty quick what he was talking about with, all right, slow left down,
Mhm.
hit the brakes, turn here, hold out here, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And it was, I think it worked out great, just as far
Mhm.
as knowing the hand signals and just kind of communicating this, that, and the other. And then he started giving me the 3 and 4 as far as shifting. So that was good too, because I was not paying it at all any attention what gear to be in, or just running 3rd or 4th or whatever, or
Right.
just 4th all the time, or it's all the
mean,
same.
I think the hand signal that he used that I appreciated the most was when he would do the spinning with the hands, which is mean like, apply more gas, apply more gas.
Let's go.
Get on it. Get
Let's
on it.
go.
Now,
Come on.
he would either go more slowly, but then he wanted you to pick it up to make sure you don't lose a back end or anything, that he would just start spinning his hand and you would just pump it.
Yeah.
But you know what? His he was spot on with his thing. And like I said, there was something, I think, for me that really resonated with the nonverbal and the hand signal and stuff. It really worked well for me. So I really, really appreciated that. So thank you, Kyle, if you're listening.
You never like the hand signals I give you, but anyway,
You always flip me off.
There's
It's a-
funny ones
Yeah,
from
it's
New
not-
Jersey all the time.
Yeah, they're not New Jersey hand signals. That's why.
I know.
they're very clear.
No,
They're very clear.
yeah.
Yeah,
Rapid.
that's not-
Yeah, they're just not.
When we were driving behind you, Miss Vicki, there was one time you almost looped it,
yeah.
Woo.
No,
And
but
then
I
you-
caught it.
and then you didn't.
Yep.
which was good. That was nice. Very nice.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was, I knew what I had to do, so I just did it,
Yeah.
you know, which was good.
Feeling better with your front wheel drive?
I am. I don't have to really talk to myself now. I can just do it. I
Okay.
just need more time in it. That's all.
Well, you don't have to talk to yourself into driving front wheel drive. You can just talk to yourself about driving now. Like you've got
Right.
yourself over the front wheel drive part of it. And you're like, all right,
Right.
we're done with
Yeah.
that. Let's go with just driving.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Is that,
but-
I mean,
well, talking myself through it in a sense that I had to keep, I said this once before on the podcast, I had to keep telling myself when I was switching from a rear wheel to a front wheel that it's a push, not a pull. No, it's a pull, not a push. I'm sorry. So I had to keep reminding myself to get that into the muscle memory and keep telling myself going through the turns that, to remind myself. And now I don't necessarily have to do that now. I'm starting to feel the car.
awesome.
Okay. Mr. Danvers, you
Yes.
got double coached this weekend. This
did.
day.
Yeah.
How did it
Sometimes
go?
you got to send them right back. It's like summer school. If you didn't get enough the first time, you go back again.
While
Just do
it
again.
wasn't a full-fledged HPDE, how did you do? How did you think? Did you think you learned anything?
I think the whole process that we set up worked out great in that we were able to send Kyle out in our cars. So he had a feel for him. And then at least in the Civic he did, right? We sent him out in that. I don't know if he knew out in the Miata or not.
Sure. I know he did the BMW and he did the Civic. I'm not sure about the Miata.
Yeah. So he had two cars that he had a chance to rip around the track. So he had a feel for it on his own without us idiots involved in distracting. Anyway, I thought it was great. I think it was super awesome to have him in the car with me, just to kind of push me, go a little further here, go a little further there. There were some off-camera turns that you didn't want to get wrong. It was really easy to get them wrong. I did read the instructions twice from the emails that Mr. Korf sent out. And it was like, hey, don't spin your car at all. Don't do it. Don't go off track.
It just keeps going.
Don't do it. Don't spin your car. And if you do, be careful. But I thought it was a super awesome track, really tight. The one straightaway, so you didn't get going crazy fast, but you were moving pretty well through a couple of those turns. No idea any of the names. I kind of remember a couple of the numbers. There was a lot of them. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I definitely had a chance to run the front wheel drive, 2 sessions on the rear wheel drive in the Miata. And I think it was cool. We had the headsets going with the whatever that is, so we could talk to each other. So that was good. And no, it was just a lot of fun. It was and it was good to have you remind me, like, hey, these are just street tires, they're not race tires. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because at one point I could smell brakes. And I was like, these my brakes. I don't know.
Yeah.
So but yeah, nothing, no cars were harmed in the making of this podcast.
We definitely had more brake than tire in the Miata.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. Because I wasn't sure and I think it was somebody else, because I'm not usually that aggressive on the brakes. But no, I think it was great just having the chance to get on track and tool around. It would have been nice to get the afternoon sessions as well. Because then I think he was going to break us up. We probably would have gotten more time out there. But it is what it is. It's not, you can't, I wasn't, with the way the afternoon turned out, we didn't need to fight it. Sometimes I've learned just to kind of let things go and see where the wind takes you, rather than just forcing your way where you think you need to go, because it's just easier. So I think it was good as a team. We just stepped back, like, hey, well, what's our next move? And I don't know if I was the first one to cop out. I think I was, but I was like, hey guys, I'm happy to call a day if you guys want to. Like, I don't want to be the one keeping you guys here. I get it. Like,
we know about you and rain. So.
Well, I was, my hair was getting wet, so that's it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
And then I had to sit in the seat. You know how terrible it is, Bill, when you have to sit in a wet seat.
I do.
It's all wet. Do you know what that's like?
I do. I do a lot, actually. Thank you.
It's so terrible.
Jerk. Yes, I do. So we had some issues with the cars. So we've beaten around the bush on why we left early. So who wants to take which car?
So let's see. With the Honda, the issue we had was it's possible we had some heat soak. It seemed like we had a little ignition breakup. Like it was, when you tried to give it the gas in third gear up a hill or something, it was kind of breaking up. So we kind of think it was that. And we also had brake lights that were too willing to be on all the time.
Yeah, there was that.
Yes, we had brake lights. We weren't going to give anything away to anybody in a turn when we went to brakes, because we were on the brakes the entire time, according to the lights.
All the time.
Yeah. And we also lost a window.
Well,
No, we didn't lose
We-
it. We know exactly where it is.
So
Yeah.
that might have been my bad. We had the windows sitting up, leaning up against the trailer. Now our trailer happens to be very dark in color, looks just like the background of Sir Bill over there. So it's black, and they got really hot up at the top edge of the glass where you would hold it if you were going to install it. So when I went to install said hot glass windows, I was doing it as gentle as I could. I was not banging anything. I don't even think it was touching anything on the other end. All of a sudden, bing, and it just shattered like the whatever tempered glass shatters, and I'm like,
He literally is still holding what's left of this window, which is nothing, and he just
Oh,
turns
sorry.
over his hands, and all the bits are in his hands. So,
I might have cried a little bit.
and you know what? And even Kyle was there. He's like, he barely touched anything. Kyle was verifying it. He's
So
like,
gentle. It was just like just getting it in there, and I think it was just the stress from my hands. And then the cold rain coming down, because it's just a half a sprinkle of rain coming down. We're putting the glass in just to keep the car dry. It was not a successful install.
So if anybody has a EG Civic driver's side window that they're just thinking is spare, the garage heroes and training at gmail.com.
Yes. Always looking.
Or we will be at the junkyard this weekend or next weekend or some weekend. But anyway, we'll find one. So we had a little bit of trouble with the Honda, and then anybody want to do the BMW, or you want me to do the BMW?
But the Honda drove itself right up on the trailer like a good little Honda that it is. It's such a good little Honda.
It's the first running issue we've ever had with the Honda, so we're going to see what's going on.
Heck yeah.
We'll figure it out. Anybody want to do the BMW issues?
On to the E46.
I don't know enough about it.
Well, we got it warmed up. It's a fresh build, so we had to do a brake-in oil change.
Yes.
So we had Kyle out. He got some laps in. I think there was some possibly clutch pack issues in the rear differential, maybe, or some clunking noises, a little shaking, maybe.
Could have been tires too.
Could have been tires. We don't really know. But on the plus side, he got the car warmed up. I think we ran it 2 sessions, so at least it warmed up. And then we were able to change the oil for the initial break-in. And then just like when you go to the doctor for that screening, we caught some midstream when we changed the oil, so we can send that sucker out, get it tested.
Blackstone.
Figure anything but out. But it seemed like maybe we had a little air in the fuel line or just some kind of hiccup, because Kyle lost all sorts of drive. He had trouble making it around a very small city block, just keeping the engine running and feathering. And it was like, come on, baby, you can make it. And then it seemed like it sat for a while, and then it seemed like it started. We didn't really drive it after that because we didn't really want to have any headaches or have to get towed off track and be that guy that had to, just be the jerk, because at this session, there was no hot pulls. So once you started from 9 to 1, any stopping in between there was someone losing track time. So Bill made a good call just to not be that guy. We were trying to finagle away at the end of the day or somehow to just get a run in and just warm it up again just to see, but we didn't have the best weather. So the sprinkles came in like 10 minutes before lunch, and then we got a little wet. We had a little lunch, and we're like, hey, we could just go home now. It's okay.
Well, we were potentially 2 cars down. So
yeah, possibly, maybe. I mean,
But the goal for that car was really just to get some time in the car, get some heat in the car, and be able to do the break-in oil and do the change. So
and see where the first leaks are going to come out of, right? See what
and we found one.
There you go.
So
you got a winner.
So part of the fun of a new build. It was fun, but there'll be more on that car soon. We did run telemetry wise. We ran the Apex Pros. I have data for all of you in different cars. So we'll be doing some data analysis over next week. That'll be fun. I'll be taking a peek and seeing how you guys did and doing how everything else. So good, bad, the ugly for the day. What are you guys thinking?
I think the good. Oh, sorry. Did you want to go, Jen?
No, you can go.
The good probably would just be seeing just mixing with other fellow car enthusiasts. I did a little fanboy over there on the Fox body, those monster wheels. Just trying to be a Mustang guy, just doing my part. Bunch of Miata guys there. They almost seem like nice people. And girl, yes, absolutely. Yeah, that was awesome to see that one girl with the. She had a big wang on that thing, didn't she?
Yeah, she can drive. She's passed me routinely at NASA Northeast all the time.
Right? yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, so she didn't even, she just rolled in with her little tire trailer and snacked that thing in the corner like it was nothing, and then swapped out her tires. I didn't even see it. And then, yeah, she just did her business out there. So that was super awesome to see just a whole other crew of people and some bikes. So I think that was good. The bad, I think, was just, we didn't get to run a full day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, whatever it is. The ugly, I mean, maybe the hole in the roof of the trailers could be ugly. I mean, everyone has their own artistic impression. I don't try not to be judgmental, because I am judgmental. I just try not to be. So that's
You got it. It's fixable. We'll be back in action soon. Not a problem.
Yeah, we're in action now. It's just a little drippy. We know people that leave drips and stuff. It's fine. No worries.
Miss Jen, what do you think? Good, bad, the ugly?
The good was, I like the track being technical. That was kind of fun driving it in the Miata. The bad, there really wasn't any ugly. I guess the bad would be that it rained and we had to cut the day short. And I didn't, but I mean, it was great having Kyle there. I work really well with you. So, it was good instruction. So it was a good day.
Okay. Miss Vicki, good, bad, the ugly?
The good was that I got a chance to get out and see my sister and see Alan and see the team again. I really, really enjoyed that. Plus, everybody else that was there, blending, like Alan said, with all the other, car people, which is really awesome. Well, I see you all the time, my love.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
You're like an attachment to me. So,
it's a second attachment reference we've had this podcast.
Okay. So, let me see. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself, just kind of hanging out too. Bad was just the car sickness that I got. It wasn't good. And
Your future instructor is somewhat questionable.
Yeah, it really is. I'm realizing this.
I think maybe video coaching, right? Maybe you can just go do video, and then you're much less stress on your body. I think
Yeah.
Jen's on board with that one. I think she got a thumbs up on that one.
I think you're going to have to do it one more time, but you're going to have to do the ginger pills.
I am going to have to. I have to do a
And do it
workaround.
in the afternoon.
So who I kept thinking about was Bruce, because I don't know, because Bruce is always getting sick in his car.
Well, not always, but he has a tendency to not feel quite as well after.
That's right.
Yes, but he's driving.
He's driving.
Yes, I know. That's even worse.
So I think you need to at least try one more time, but do the ginger pills and see if it solves your problem. Do it like late in the day.
Yeah.
A track, something you've already driven yourself, so that at least all those things are, you got to get all those ducks in a row, because otherwise you're not.
Before you say you can't be an instructor, that's all I'm saying. Just one more time. Okay. Ugly? Anything ugly?
Ugly was the fact that I have a hole in the top of my trailer. Yeah. So that was just like when it was raining, it was just kind of pouring in a little bit right there in that one corner. But it's fine. It's fine. I mean, at this point, we just
not really
fix
bad.
it. No, it's not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good. I think the event was really well run. I think Mario and Ian put together a really nice thing. The people there were great. I had a good time. I really liked the track. Like, it's in my top 5 right now. It was fun. I had a good time. I know Vicki doesn't agree, but whatever. My tracks, I don't care. Bad. Nothing really bad. Ugly was getting the cars prepped. For some reason, it just killed us again. Maybe too many cars, maybe too much to do or whatever, but maybe we need to get better at it. Who knows? I don't know. So what did we learn, people? Anything? Did you learn anything? Any aha moments? Any things I need to work on? Any
hand signals?
Hand signals? I can do hand signals.
Yes, we need to expand our vocabulary of hand signals.
There are standard hand signals, which I have been taught. We're capable of doing that. You still won't drive with me ever, Miss Vicki.
That's a great idea. We endorse that. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I think it was just great having someone in the right seat, just having that availability.
Yeah, you haven't done that before, Alan. What was that like for you?
No, I thought it was great. Just because, for me to try to push a car on a track I've never been on a car that's definitely squirrely in the back, was a little nicer, because then you kind of know, like, the way the back end comes around on that, It was fairly predictable. So in that case, I'd driven that car before, so I kind of knew what it can do, or what it's going to feel like once you start getting a little sideways.
You're talking about the Civic?
And the Civic, yeah.
Okay.
So no, I thought it was just nice having someone there to help me push a little bit, and to know that I could push it. And he was like, "Hey, slow down." So so that was nice. It was nice to be able to just push a little farther with someone there helping out.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jen, Miss Vicki, learn anything? Any aha moments? Any?
I can't say I had any big aha moments, but it was good reinforcement for, everything that I did learn.
And I think it's just nice to do that in between races, so that racing isn't the only time you're in a seat in the car with other cars on track. So you know what I'm saying? There's more times in the zone.
And no pressure.
And no pressure. Just go out there, have fun. There's no, like, we're just here to learn and do stuff. And
Miss Vicki, anything?
I didn't really have too many aha moments.
No. Okay.
No.
So Miss Jen and Mr. Allen, there's this concept of you've paid to be on the track. You should use it, perhaps, like all.
Well, I don't always, sometimes I do put my elbows out. There's certain times when you need to, but then sometimes I don't really, there's that bell curve, and there's those outer guys out there, and I just say, they call them fringes and stuff. And I'm not.
You keep talking, but nope.
I do pretty well on apexes. I get pretty close on apexes, but then there's that other side. The other side, there could be clag out there or something. I don't know. I'm just scared.
I think that was Miss Jen's little bit of a learning moment, was when she I think it's turn 8, maybe, when we stayed all the way left and then turned in.
Whoa.
And it's like, oh, there's track here.
All right, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So to end the podcast, I thought we'd have a little fun. We have a letter here from instructor Kyle.
Oh,
Scott,
I didn't give him the address
With comments on you. So let's see. This was to everybody. Try driving with a little lighter grip on the steering wheel and not be so tense.
Who's that?
Just for anybody, just in general.
Everybody.
Just everybody.
This section is for
good
everybody.
driving practice.
Okay. And then, use all of the track. And
Use
by
all the track,
track, it's in capital letters, all of the track, especially on exit, to help carry the speed.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That would be good. And then perhaps study some YouTube video regarding the track layout before you go to the event.
Oh.
Never heard that's craziness. Anyway, specifically to our friend Alan.
Oh.
You need to smooth your throttle and brake transitions to keep the car settled. Okay. And deeper into the brake zones is available, and work on adjusting your gears for the corners based on the track. And watch your mirrors. I'm not sure why you said watch your mirrors, Mr. Danvers.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, very well.
Maybe he didn't see me look in the mirrors. I was definitely.
All right. Miss Vicki, you need to be more confident and cognizant about your gear selection, especially when you're on a new track.
Yeah.
You had a great catch in turn 12, which I was cheering you on
did.
into Jennifer's ear. I think I may have deafened her slightly when I'm like, push the gas pedal now. And she's like, I am. I'm like, not you.
Her that one.
The other one. The other Wilson sister. And he said to try to remember that you have a small car with very little weight in the back and it can come around quickly. So you got to watch your entry speeds and try to avoid your initial tendency to pitch the car in, because you can get the rear end to suddenly snap around. And that works on both front wheel drive and rear wheel drive. So apparently you turn in quite abruptly. So maybe sometimes you can change.
Well, she's a race car driver, so she has to be that
race car driver.
So she does.
And you got to watch the mirrors as well, just in case. So Miss Jen.
Yes.
Do you remember his comments on yours? Do you want me to go through?
Yes. You can go through them.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
You need to be a little smoother with the steering wheel. It'll keep the car settled. And you had a great catch on turn 15.
Yes.
And try to do the same things that he mentioned for Miss Vicki, and again watch the mirrors. So
Yeah.
So all in all, you guys did very well. I think you, in spite of not knowing that you learned stuff, I think you actually all did. I think a job well done. Thank you for coming. I think it was a great time. Definitely want to go back again. I think that would be fun.
Absolutely. And I think it's just good to learn a different layout, right? Just to see where, okay, you need to get this one to that one. And, you know, the one where they had the red paint, you know, you give up this turn to get to that turn. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Now, you know, it was tough with the short amount of time and as many turns as there were to try to get a little, you know,
I think
try to get some continuity, but it was super awesome. Heck
like
yeah.
18,
and those
18 turns,
18 turns. And how many miles?
2.2.
2. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I don't know how that divides out, but that's a lot of turns per mile. So
it's like one every 1/10 of a mile almost.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
Almost.
like turn. Like, and then there's a straightaway. So they must have done something funny there with the math. But yeah, definitely super cool. And they provided lunch. So I grabbed an extra sandwich at the end and had it for lunch the next day. 2
Shocking.
points. Thanks,
Shocking.
guys. Well, he said take them. He said there was way too much food. So he said I wasn't just taking extra food just because I like to eat food.
There was.
Yeah, no, he was there. He said take extra food. Yeah.
And you don't have to tell you twice to take extra food.
Nope. Barely had to tell me once. I mean, I'm just saying I was going back anyway. I was going to help clean up because I like to help out. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I didn't even have to tell you to take the non-spare BMW tire rims that you took, but you know they just
exactly.
Yeah. Well, very well.
Just helping out.
Yep.
Just helping out.
In a way, I guess. Anyway. All right. Job well done, ladies and gentlemen. I think we had a good track day. It was post 4th of July, quite a festival. Thank you again to Mario, and thank you to Ian, and thank you to the New York Safety Track.
Thank you.
It was a good time.
It was super awesome. They all the other crew invited us. They were friendly, whatever. We were talking to everybody. They were all
everybody was so nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Met a few people, handed out a few stickers, kissed a few babies, got a few votes. Oh wait, no.
Exactly.
maybe not the last two, but you know, good group.
Either way, it's close.
We'll get there. I like the track. Vicky's not so much a fan of the facilities, but the track I think she enjoyed.
Yeah, I did enjoy this track.
Yes. So until the next time, when are we going back on track? When's our next one? Does anybody remember?
Right, we have a
Grid
schedule.
Life.
Is there a schedule?
There is a schedule.
Grid Life is
Grid
next.
Life and
That's going to be in
JMP.
New Jersey.
It is. That should be fun.
Yeah, Chris and Chrissy are coming, and so is I don't know. I haven't heard about Jeff yet. Jeff
I don't know.
Wakeman.
I haven't got an answer yet, so hopefully.
Hmm.
If we get our suspension in time, we will be Sunday cupping.
What? Awesome.
Mhm.
And if we don't, we'll be figuring something else out. Who knows?
Mhm.
We could just cut those springs.
What fun would that be?
Mhm.
Anyway. All right. Very well. Mr. Danvers, you coming anytime soon?
We will. I may be coming out next week. I gotta look at the schedule, but we might.
Okay. We won't be here, but you have keys.
Excellent.
You
Excellent.
can do some Mustang.
Indeed.
And should be fun. Thank you for coming, guys. It was fun. Had a great time.
Heck yeah! New safety track, 2 points.
2
That's
points.
right.
It's a winner. Swish.
Winner.
That's right.
Yes.
Very well. Thank you, everybody. Vicki, your rotation Facebook post is getting
Still more.
every time I go on, there's like 2 more.
Mm.
What's that?
That video was pretty darn awesome.
Oh, I've got somebody who has video of your spin.
Vicky's spin or mine?
Vicky's.
Yeah.
Was
Apparently,
it a
people.
spin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's no
Oh.
doubt.
Yep.
Allow me to share my screen.
What car did you spin in? The Honda?
Honda. Oh, this was at
Lemons.
NJMP.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see it? Oh, allow me. I will come to your
no, I
rescue.
didn't see it.
Yeah, you don't hang out on the book of faces, so you haven't seen
Wait.
the.
This is what I felt like when Bill popped up the screen every time I
That's right.
hit the wall with the BMW.
I can do it again. Don't you worry. I've got this. I'll do it again. So this is Vicki driving. No caller ID, you don't get answered. So that's Vicki driving. And
I
then
don't see anybody in the car.
hold on. Then this is Vicki going into the turn.
I had it.
Right till you didn't. And then, oh wait, this is earlier in the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is further along in the turn.
Oh my goodness, she's got a 50-pound cookie on top of her car.
I know. And
Why
there's
wouldn't she
Amanda.
spin?
And you see this picture? Amanda had drawn hands, stick hands that came out, was grabbing the cookie. He goes, give me a cookie. Reaching across. I just rolled all the way off.
Where's the other one? There's one more.
Nice. Very nice.
There's one more. There's one more.
Mhm.
I don't have a good mouse.
I like the one where you're in front of Amanda.
Oh, there's a better one of her in front of Amanda. I just gotta find it.
Facing, right? Yeah.
This one.
Oh man. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the one that Amanda reached out, was grabbing the cookie. She's like, give me a cookie. I'm like, hello, Amanda. I'm like, hello, Vicki. It's been busy. I've been like going nonstop.
It was a tiring day. I definitely.
Well, no.
at the end of the
Well,
day
we're
was-
also preparing for vacation. So I have somebody that's coming into the house. So I'm trying to prepare the house and trying to prepare everything. I just got the automatic cat feeder, and it came with a microphone. Now, every time I feed the cat, I always say, is it time for the chicken? Well, I'm allowed to say that on this thing now. So it says it right before I feed it. It says, is it time for the chicken? This thing starts talking in my voice.
Oh,
Hysterical.
that's super awesome.
So yeah,
That
so
sounds
she's
very
gonna-
necessary. It's like
Yeah, she has an auto feeder now for when we go away on vacation. So those, the individuals that are going to be taking care of her don't have to think about that.
That's
Just make
awesome.
sure that she is eating. So that's good.
You know what the
Just-
best part about this is?
What?
I didn't stop recording, so that's going in this episode. I don't.
Is it time for the chicken? And as soon as I say that, she gets all excited. Her eyes get big. She starts running.
I would say she starts wobbling, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
she's cute.
Captain's Log Supplemental.
Miss Vicki,
Yes, sir.
you know what?
What?
I've been thinking about this Sentinel system.
Yeah. Tell me about the Sentinel system.
So what I was thinking was we have the one car that's got the aim dash that's slowing us down,
Mm-hmm.
because installing the aim dash is actually, it probably is easy, but it's quite hard the first time. And we haven't figured that out yet. The Sentinel system is really easy to set up. So what I was thinking was, why don't we put it in the Lemons car, and we'll worry about the aim data information separately, and we'll kind of break it down into a project, because then we'd have the motorsports video system that we really, really want, and we'd be able to stream it. We just won't have the data inside, but we have the data outside, so we can combine them later. But I think that's a really good solution.
So what does this Sentinel system do?
Well, if it had the aim data, it would have all the data on the screen, and you could see all their telemetry and everything live. But we'd be able to not only record it for viewing after the race, but we could actually watch our car during the race.
Ooh, like on the monitor and everything?
On a monitor, or if you were at home and I was at a track, or if you were at the track and I was at home, depends on who gets the short straw, but we'd be able to watch each other.
It's something I've always wanted to do.
And you know what? If you're driving, you know what you can do on the Sentinel system?
What's that?
You can communicate to me with your hands, and I can't do a thing about it.
Even better.
So, if you need to give a wave or a Jersey wave, whatever you need, we could save it and see it on the screen. And then you can have up to 3 different cameras, and it'll have picture in picture. You'll have the basic main shot out the front window, and then 2 cameras where you put them wherever you want. One could be on the driver, or one could be on the rear view. It's kind of cool.
Then we can upload it onto YouTube.
We could bore millions of people on YouTube.
I love it.
All right. Very well. You know what the only downside I see about this?
But
Your mom and my mom are going to be panic stricken the entire weekend watching this thing to see if everything's going well.
this is true.
We probably shouldn't tell them.
I like the idea of having a Sentinel.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily we have them. Maybe 2. Depends on how things go. We're going to try. All right. That sounds like a plan. That's the project. We got to get that ready for the next race.
Sounds great.
All right. Very well. Thank you, ma'am.